Welcome to Module 2. So how do you build a communication strategy? Most entrepreneurs are already prepared to be a jack of all trades for their business, especially when starting off solo. More often than you realize, you probably already have a communication strategy in mind. It's just a matter of organizing your thoughts. So here are my top pointers for building an effective communication strategy. Point number 1, define your communications objectives and target audience. It is so important to clearly define your communication goals and objectives. You need to determine what you want to achieve through your communications effort. For example, it could be to increase brand awareness, it could be to drive sales, or it could be to improve customer satisfaction. Once you have identified this, you need to define your target audience. Understand who you are trying to reach with your messages. For instance, if you are launching a new tech product, your target audience may be early adapters or technology enthusiasts. I want to put in a little note here that as you evolve, your communication objectives will change and grow. So it's good to do a check-in on this maybe once every 6 months or once every year. Going back to the example, if you are, for example, a clothing retailer who wants to launch a new line of sustainable fashion, your objective is to position yourself as an eco-friendly brand and attract environmentally conscious consumers with the same mindset. Your target audience will consist mostly of young adults who value sustainability and ethical practices. Once you've identified this, you can understand how to connect with them. Point number 2, consistent brand messaging and tone. It is really important to develop a consistent brand message and tone. You need to ensure that your communication reflects your brand values, your mission, and your unique selling proposition. This consistency will help you build trust, recognition, and establish your relationship with your audience. To establish a suitable tone, you need to determine your brand personality and the preferences of your target audience. It could be formal, it could be conversational, it could be playful, authoritative, depending on the context, depending on what you need. If you are a tech startup and you aim to position yourself as reliable and innovative, perhaps in the healthcare industry, your brand message needs to revolve around improving, say, patient care. Your communication tone here would be professional, authoritative, and empathetic to resonate with your audiences. Similarly, depending on the business, you would define your tone accordingly. Point number 3, choosing the right communication channels for your business. This is so important. Once you have identified your target audience, it also becomes much easier. You can choose communication pathways that work for your target audience. This could be social media, ads, email, surveys, feedback calls, content marketing, public relations. This could be either sponsored or earned. A good communication strategy will include outreach to your vendors, partners, stakeholders, as well as your audience, your target audience. Tracking your communications channels will help you identify success and rethink gaps. This is fairly easy to do on social media, as you have easily available metrics. This may be more difficult for PR efforts, especially earned PR. But keeping track of media visibility and building relationships with the media will give you a great idea. Keeping an eye on engagement, website traffic, and customer feedback will also give you a pretty solid idea of where you stand. Now, the idea is to use this insight to optimize your strategy. If something works better than others, then consider doubling down. It is also really good practice to continue outreach to your stakeholders regularly, as it helps you keep in touch with them and build on your relationship. I'm going to give you an example. If you are an e-commerce company and you want to promote your new mobile app, you've already done your homework and identified social media platforms, influencer collaboration, and earned PR opportunities as your optimum pathway to reach your audience effectively. You already know you can track your user engagement and media visibility to measure the app's success. You can use this information to make data-driven decisions and improvements. You can also speak to your stakeholders to stay on top of their input and their advice, and more importantly, to try and gauge that intangible element in communications. So here are my key takeaways. Be open to change and adaptability, and remember that not everything is down to numbers. There is an intangible element in communications. There's also a human-driven element in communications, and these are hard to quantify. Keeping an open mind and engaging with conversations across your stakeholder base will help you to keep your hand on the pulse of your business.